They envy your character because it attracts greatness. See, God blesses people that have pure hearts. God blesses people that do the right thing, even when nobody's looking, right? He doesn't want to reward somebody who's only doing things to be rewarded. Hence the word character. Hence the word integrity. Hence the word honor. Some of these people will never understand these words. It's like they speak a whole nother language. The goofy troop language. Lying and deceit and stagnation and gossip and all these things. That's their native language. But no matter what the case may be, you didn't let these people drag you into that miserable hole that they were dwelling in because you understood the only reason God is elevating you now is because your obedience in your heart, right? And in your heart lies character. In your heart lies joy and happiness and love that you just don't want to hoard to yourself. You want to spread it to others. And this is what you're doing each and every day with that bright smile and that lovely laugh of yours, sis, right? This is what you're doing each and every day with that integrity that you show in that leadership role that you display, bro, right? This is needed in the community because we're raising men and leading women. And we can't do that without character, right? And we also can't do that without all these commercials that have men with feminine voices on them all the time, right? We don't need to hear commercials with back-to-back feminine men on them with feminine voices when we're out here raising men, right? We're not trying to raise something that can't lead a woman. And you can't lead a woman and raise a man being feminine. It's just not going to be the case. So they could take that how they want to take that, right? But nonetheless, people couldn't understand your character because it doesn't fall within the guidelines of what they call the box, the guidelines of what they call the system, right? The only guidelines you fall under is Lord Jesus and the truth. And this is what they hated about you. Because they hated this, they couldn't just sit back and watch like a good little hater. They had to try to intervene like they had some type of control or power over your destiny or over what happens next, knowing that will never be the case, knowing you're highly protected by the Most High God and you're favored, knowing everything that you touch turns to gold for a reason, not because you're vain, not because you're cocky, but because you're humble and because you have character, right? Because when nobody's looking, you're doing the right thing. And when nobody's watching them, they're trying to snake and witchcraft and pull other people down and deceive other people. And they wonder why they walk around feeling lack of confidence, lack of charisma, lack of integrity, right? They walk around feeling fearful, anxious, depressed, right? They wonder why nobody respects them. They wonder why they get up and move in circles every day because the circles that they're moving in are revolved around you. Meanwhile, you're elevating. You're letting a goofy be a goofy, and this is what makes you so special, right? When people see that you have character, not that they can't reach, but that they choose not to reach, all they can try to do is pull you down to get you to feel like them, which you'll never feel, right? You don't need to step down off your mountain and feel like them because you're not doing anything wrong. You're not harming anybody and you're not even rubbing off negative energy on anybody. You're saying if you want to be in my life, you're going to have character and you're going to have truth and integrity in you or go about your day. But because they want to bounce around like groupies and feel like you owe them attention, they want to bounce around like groupies and feel like you need to come down and minimize your character, minimize your growth, minimize your dreams, minimize your purpose for the Most High God. No, that'll never happen. If you're mad about it, they're just going to have to keep being mad because who's going to stop something because somebody's mad about it, right? You're going to have some knowledge. If you go into some place and say, hey, I want this to stop because I'm really mad, they're going to say, okay, well, what in the rule book or the law book or legislation or what in the company code or whatever that you could put in actual knowledge to where we could get something done because nobody cares about your little cupcake emotions, how mad you are, how you want to hate and how you just can't stand to see other people mad because it upsets you. Nobody cares, right? They're going to stay being upset because you're not minimizing yourself for haters, which is why they're going to continue to hate. See, people didn't want to take the time to work on themselves like you chosen ones, because guess what? The character didn't just come out of nowhere. The character came from pain. It came from endurance. It came from patience. It came from faith, right? It came from all these things people actually have to work hard for. Meanwhile, they're sitting on the sidelines looking for a handout that nobody has for them. They're looking for a handout that they can hand themselves, which is their overall problem. See, they're so used to getting woken up and getting their little lunchbox packed by grannies so they can go out there and do their little miscellaneous job that they chose for themselves, knowing it's not their purpose, knowing they're not gifted in that field, knowing they have no business dealing with the importance of that job level. But Uncle Billy gave them a job to make them feel important, so go ahead and let them feel important. Nobody ever tell them the truth, bro. That's why they hate you, because you'll tell the truth. When you see through somebody, you don't have a problem telling them or just removing yourself from their presence because you know you can't move around without telling the truth. If you see somebody that's underqualified to do something, but they're dealing with high level stuff that's affecting human life, you look at them like a clown, and you look at them like the people around them are clowns too for allowing this to happen, for sitting back and watching this happen, knowing it's wrong. But oh no, I don't want to say anything. I'm scared when a car door closes. I'm scared when I'm at home at night. No, even though I'm a man, like even though I'm a grown up, I act like a little girl, little boy. Like, come on, bro. Like, what happened to the testosterone in the community? What happened to the men? What happened to the stand-up guys? Right? If we still had them out here in abundance, and we're gonna create them, right? We wouldn't have to deal with all these problems and all this envy and all this haterade and all this gossip. Because guess what? If you got caught gossiping or envying back in like '05 and they caught you doing that, what? They'll roast you till you can't even sleep at night, boy. You feel me? Have you really feeling some type of way, feeling hurt? But I guarantee you one thing, you won't do that hater activity no more. You won't be doing that envious activity no more, right? Now it's like opposite. We got to start allowing good to be good and bad to be bad, right? When you did negative things back in the day, you got a negative result to where you didn't want to do them no more. Now it's everybody's all grouped up and clicked up and groupified. It's like, oh yeah, what's about that? Oh, we're not going to be accountable. We're not going to be real men. We're just over the age of 21 with a beard. What a mustache. We're just certified bill payers. We don't have any character. We're just going to watch these things go on and not say nothing. Oh. That's not manhood, bro. That's not leadership. So now we're going to establish leadership. Now we're going to establish manhood. Now we're going to establish and build even higher the kingdom of God, because the kingdom of wickedness has been having their way for the longest, and they're failing, right? Because if they weren't failing, they would have been stopped you, but all they do is talk. All they do is crack their corny little jokes that they don't even have enough character to crack in a funny way, because it even takes character to have a sense of humor. These people have a corny sense of humor because they're corny people that have never experienced everything. They've never been clowned. They've never been roasted. They've never lost that Xbox and had older brothers and cried themselves to sleep as well, right? That's how you get good at cracking jokes, right? But it makes you stronger. It makes you an actual man. It makes you an actual grown-up, right? And this is what they're lacking. And because they lack it, they want other people to lack it with them. Because they lack it, they want to fight, claw, and pull to where they can't be the oddball out, and everybody could be an oddball. Hence the thing that I was saying like earlier, when you get roasted for hating, but ain't nobody to roast nobody if everybody's a hater. So that's their main job, turning everybody into a hater, everybody into a gossip, everybody into a feminine man that can't be a leader for men or women, right? Turning everybody into something that contradicts character, contradicts honor, contradicts faith, contradicts anything good, right? So they can sit around and be what? Lazy. So they can sit around and be what? Focus on somebody else so much to where they envy it. So they can sit around and be what? The opposite of blessed. And this is why you're going to be blessed, because you've let these people be as irrelevant as they actually are, and you've elevated. See, keep your character, keep your honor, keep all the things that have got you here, because God is going to continue to bless you, because there's always blessings attached to righteousness. There's always blessings attached to a genuine soul. There's always blessings attached to somebody who tells the truth to help others versus cupcake around and dance around the truth to simply benefit themselves. And this is the difference between you and them. And this is why you're full of charisma and confidence and love and peace. And they're full of envy, jealousy, negativity, right? Wickedness. witchcraft, right? Depression, full of themselves, but even themselves has let themselves down because they're a clown. And now they get to dance around and live that life. But it was all fun and games when they was grouping up in that little witchcraft circle and doing enchantments over an altar, right? It was all fun and games when they were going to the graveyard, putting your name in little jars and canisters and sending money off to the Hades and the Africas and the Colombias and all these different places, right? But now it's all fun and games. Now they're crying and they'll never receive the life that they want, which is yours. Because that's the lesson. Why do you want somebody else's life? Why do you envy somebody else's life? It could take you a month. It could take you 2 weeks. It could take you 2 years to work on yours and you'll have your own version. But they didn't want to do that, which is why you're walking into greatness and they're walking into lameness. They're walking into poverty that they're already in, but they're going deeper down that rabbit hole, and that's on them. Because they should have never came up against your finances thinking it was a joke. They should have never came up against your peace, your prosperity, your gifts, your relationship with God, right? Your pets, your cars, all these things thinking it was a joke. Okay. Well, joke's on you, right? Put that in the super chat, the group chat, not the super chat. You could drop them super chats. I'm not clowning the super chats. Put that in the little haterade group chat that you thought was so funny. And you guys could crack all these corny little jokes all you want and watch your life stagnate. Watch your life de-escalate. Watch your life get lower and lower and lower and lower because of your deeds. And while you're down there, you can have a good view of the chosen ones as God continues to raise us up to where we can do the right thing, right? So stay faithful, continue to walk in righteousness, and prepare yourself for these blessings because they have your name all over them. If you know this to be the truth, don't you be afraid to hop down in that comment section and say, my enemy's envious ways have only made me stronger. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Make sure you guys hop down there, like this thing up. Make sure you guys hop down there, share this thing up, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. Keep in the loop every time we drop. I'll catch you guys on the next one.